You really, truly cannot make this stuff up. So now Brandon Tatum, shout out to Shady Katie. She was on the channel recently, and she posted here on X that Brandon Tatum on being the merch provider for Candace and why he won't stop being her supplier. He mentions her husband's involvement in being the contact for merch orders because he is the one who manages all merch orders. And he says that around the 50-second mark. Basically, he states that at the end of the day, it's a business and he believes in freedom of speech. He says he has no issues with Candace because she has never attacked him or said anything negative about him. Let's just let him tease it out because this is something y'all need to hear. So let's go.
This is an influencer.
The gist of that video.
The gist of it is that my company, Pure Choice Apparel, runs Candace's store.
Right.
And we've been doing for several years, and we have a contract with Candace Owens.
Right.
Before Charlie died and any of this stuff ever happened.
Yep.
So we have a contract with her. And I don't take an income from the business. I hired somebody to run that business. I just own the business. I'm not in the creative meetings unless it's a high tier thing. Like I've had to meet. And people got to realize how this business works. And it is a business. Candace Owens is an influential person. She's not in the meetings, and I'm not in the meetings. People come together to come up with graphic designs and stuff like that. My people talk to her people.
Okay.
If there's a higher priority, I don't go to Candace, I go to her husband. Who manages this stuff. So him and I will have a conversation about this stuff. All of the nuance and different things like that, I don't participate in. I'm a CEO. I'm an owner of that company. I'm not even really the CEO.
Yeah.
I don't really do anything with that company. But we do manage her stuff. So now we're in a predicament because, and I'm not going to not do her stuff. I'm just saying we're in a predicament with people's opinion because we were doing that. Candace has been my friend. Candace has been loyal. And Candace entrusted us to do her stuff before all this ever happened. And when Turning Point or any of these other people didn't work with us at all, they don't do merch with me. We down the street. We're in the same city.
And you never did merch.
They never did merch with me. They don't do merch with me. And that's their choice, and that's fine. Candace and I had a relationship a long time ago, and we've been doing business together. So now she does something and make a shirt that I don't agree with.
And what
it was a shirt,
Daddy's Home,
Shabbat Shalom. Like, I don't watch her show, but I think I seen a clip that kind of sounded like that was kind of a sneak diss to Candace, to Charlie.
Yeah, talk me through why you think that's offensive, because I may not,
let me finish the business side of it.
Absolutely.
I'm not counseling folk because I disagree with things they do, because it's more to a business than just me and somebody else. Candace has been very successful with her merch stuff for years.
Yeah.
And we have hired people specifically to address the needs of her store. It's no way in the world I'm going to get upset because I don't agree with something she did and counsel her store and put these people out of work. That's not going to happen.
Because she has the right to do.
She can do whatever she want to do, man. I don't want to get into a business of suppressing people's speech and doing cancel culture.
Right.
If somebody else don't like what she's doing, well, come do business with me and make the shirt you like. I don't believe in none of that. So I don't like the shirt.
Yeah.
Because I see it as a sneak diss.
Sure.
Now, this is why people are thinking it's a sneak diss, because Charlie Kirk, and this is very clear, unless you're retarded. Charlie Kirk celebrated Shabbat. Charlie Kirk wrote a book about Shabbat.
Okay.
Endorsed or dedicated to Dennis Prager, who's a Jew. And I did Shabbat with Dennis Prager and his family one time.
Can you explain for those who may not know what Shabbat is?
It's a Sabbath. Like in the Bible, it's in the Ten Commandments.
It's like Saturday.
It's Saturday it's the day of rest. Like, because God made the world in 7 days or 6 days and he rested on the 7th.
Yeah.
So historically, that 7th day of rest is on Saturday. So Jewish belief and history, Jesus and everybody else that we know in the Bible celebrated or observed the Sabbath.
Okay.
It's in the Ten Commandments, and it's also something that every historical Jew has done. And so Christians decide to do something different, which I don't agree with what Christians do. I think that Christians should observe the Sabbath. Now, I don't, but I think I might start because it makes biblical sense.
Okay.
But anyway, Charlie wrote a book about it because that's what he believed. And after he died, obviously the book come out. Erica promoted the book for him and did all the tours that he's supposed to do in his place because he's dead, so he couldn't do them. So Candace seems to have made a video mocking. I don't watch her stuff, so I just see clips every now and again. I think she made a video mocking Erica. I think insinuating that Erica is like putting on about Charlie's love for Israel and stuff.
Okay.
When she's not putting on, he wrote a book about it.
Right.
And so I saw a clip that Candace did somewhere where she says, Daddy's Shabbat Shalom, Daddy's home. And she was kind of like making fun of that situation as if Erica was lying about Charlie putting his phone away at night when he come home on Saturdays and dedicating himself to family. That I don't like that. I don't think that makes sense for Candace to do that. But I think that's where the shirt.
I think Brandon, and you watch this. I wanted to just let it tease out so you can see just how much lyrical gymnastics Brandon is doing. I'm sorry. I think he knows exactly what he's talking about. He's trying to make it sound super like, I don't know what she said. You know, somebody sent me a clip. I believe he knows exactly what it is. And he's trying to sound like he doesn't, but I don't think he's being honest. And I also, I'm going to bring up since he says he has no problem with the content that she puts out. Okay, so if she put out something, would you take on a Satanist as a client? I don't know if he would. Maybe he would. If they paid him enough, they were doing enough merch, would you take on a Satanist and they were doing something that mocks Christ, that mocked the Lord that you claim that you serve? Would you be okay with that? Then, and even in that, how are you, by you saying, nah, I don't want to work with you, you're not stopping that person from working somewhere else. You're not trying to deplatform them and debank them and have them living under a bridge. You're just saying, my company isn't going to work with your company because we don't like what you're doing. We don't align. Our values don't align. That's not a reach. Okay, let's finish up, man.
Came from. And I don't manage any of that stuff. So I didn't even know that shirt is even something that was developed. So I saw it on her page and then somebody was talking about it. But yeah, our company does, our company amongst a ton of other influencers, we do their merch. And I'm not going to stop doing Candace Owens merch.
Right.
I'm just not. That's just how it is, man. And it's business at the end of the day.
So, I mean, ultimately, you're thinking of it from, but she has the freedom to do exactly what she wants.
I gotta be consistent, bro. I believe in the freedom of speech and expression. I can't be a hypocrite and say I believe in freedom of speech and expression, except when it offends me, because I don't like when people do that to me, man. But I got a business.
I'm not saying that you don't have the freedom of speech. Like you would not. Again, Brandon Tatum is not being consistent. If somebody wanted to say something, there's a place where Brandon would not be able. If I wanted to make a shirt that mocks his wife, if I want to do a shirt that mocked Brandon Tatum's wife and his kids, I promise you he wouldn't do it. And it would, if I could prove that it would sell 100,000 units in the first week and everybody wanted to get it, I bet you he would still not do it. It mocked his wife. So you do have a standard, sir. So stop pretending like you're so, I'm so freedom of speech to the end. No, you're not. I promise you. If I ask you to do a shirt that mocked Trump, you probably wouldn't do that either. There is a floor. He just doesn't want to admit it. Go on, let's get done.
And I don't think I should be blackballed out of the industry because of my political beliefs or something I've said on the internet.
Yeah. Is
the product good or not?
Yep.
Do you have a contract to do a business or not? People act like they want me to break my contract. I don't want to break my contract. What are we gonna do? What is getting rid of her merch look like? In mid-print, we're just gonna not print the stuff that people may have paid for and purchased. That's a lawsuit
that you're legally bound to.
You're legally bound through documents, which I'm fine because I agree to them and they're fair.
Yeah.
And then also there are people who are purchasing products that what are we gonna do? Not fulfill the product? Huh. And then therefore people are not getting the product that they paid for. And then therefore lawsuits happen. There's no need to do none of that stuff because people have the freedom to say and do whatever they want to do.
I guarantee you he wouldn't do that though. I guarantee you if a Satanist came in there, you wouldn't rock with them. If somebody want to mock your wife and your kids, you would not rock with them. What they did a picture of you, Brandon Tatum, like an insulting t-shirt of you and wanted you to print that. I guarantee you wouldn't do it. If I get in there, get you over a barrel, say, hey, I got to do 8 shirts with you. You get the contract, you sign it, everybody's in agreement. Cool. My first shirt is something non-offensive. My second shirt is me mocking you. Third shirt, mocking your wife and kids. Fourth shirt, mocking your God. Fifth shirt, mocking Trump. I guarantee you, one of those shirts you're not going to do. I don't care what I say. I don't care.
And because it's an impartial business operation, I
It's
don't
not.
discriminate against people. I really don't.
So he would print for,
especially not people with their opinions. I could disagree.
so you would print for a leftist? So you would print for a Democrat? AOC, fill in the blank, dyed in the wool blue Democrat. You would print their shirts? Okay.
with your opinion.
Yeah.
But that is your product, that's your store, and then you have to deal with that. And if somebody don't like it or whatever, you can come make a shirt to disagree with that, and I'll sell, and we'll print your shirts.
So
Wow. All right. Yeah, I don't think Brandon Tatum, I'm sorry. I think Brandon Tatum is a man without principle. I think Brandon Tatum is a man without a real moral compass. And he just keeps making the situation bad. He keeps making the situation worse and worse by not just being honest and saying, this is where I land. This is my position. And just stand on it. He'll keep fluctuating. So, well, let me take this back. He is standing on business, literally it being a business, but that is what it is. Let me know what you think about it. Comment down below, like, share, subscribe, all that kind of good jazz. Thank you so much for liking the video as well as for subscribing and helping us hit our goal of 100,000 subscribers before the end of April. I'm looking forward to celebrating with y'all. Grace and peace. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the JWhit Podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, please do me a favor and hit me up with that 3-piece special. Like the video, subscribe, and of course, share it with somebody who would also enjoy this type of content. And make sure you leave a comment because I do pin the best comments to the top. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.